Yo, what's up? This is Corey Mack here with Mac Show MMA. I am back again with another video for y'all. Listen, man, when it comes to the state of the UFC right now, the entitlement is at an all-time fucking high right now. I am so sick and tired of dudes crying and complaining about title shots, and you don't even fucking deserve one. And that's the times we in right now with the UFC. The UFC is in this. Hopefully, we getting back to the number one contenders and the rightful contenders getting title shots. Because the way these dudes been getting title shots and the entitlement that you see these other dudes with that don't even fucking deserve a title shot is crazy to me. Let's get on Justin Gaethje right now. We got to talk about it. Yeah, man. So let's get into some recent comments that Justin Gaethje made in regards to his entitlement and why he felt like he deserved the title shot. Now, we all seen that fight with Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje. One-sided ass whooping. I mean, wasn't even close. I mean, it was just. We watched the slaughtering. Here's some recent comments Justin Gaethje made in regards to that BMF title fight against Max Holloway.
I just watched the Max fight today for the first time, and I think I fought really well. It's just he was so great that fought really well that night.
Come on, man. Look at this fucking. Look at this fucking picture right here, man. Man, viewer discretion is advised, bro. This shouldn't even be on the internet. This shit look like something out of a horror movie, like the fucking Walking Dead or some shit. Look at this, man. Look at this shit. We can't give a guy a title shot off. Come on, man. What the fuck? How we gonna sell this to the fans? How we gonna sell this? This man got his ass. This man got his ass up, fucking eyes open, on his neck and body distorted, contorted. Come on, man. How the fuck we gonna sell? The real UFC fans know, man. We can't. Come on, man. We ain't buying this shit, man. Come on, bro. That was too bad, bro. That was too bad. Justin Gaethje, you must be more punch drunk than what I thought. What are you talking about, bro? The 4 rounds that got scored, 2 out of the 3 judges had you only winning 1 round. That was the round you had a little spark in where it appeared you dropped Max. You had little moments here and there, not even here and there. You had like maybe 2 good moments. One of them was when it looked like you dropped Max in, I believe, the 2nd or 3rd round. Other than that, bro, it was a domination. You got beat the fuck up, bro. Max Holloway landed, I believe, 80 more significant strikes than you did. What are you talking about? It was a good fight. What are you talking about? You fought a good fight. No, bro, you didn't. You got beat the fuck up and then you got knocked the fuck out. So I don't even want to get ahead of myself here. I want to move on to some more comments he made. In an interview with Brett Okamoto with ESPN, he made some comments in regards to what he'd do if they offered him the Paddy Pimblett fight and also why he feel like he deserves the title. Let's listen to these comments.
That's the route that they want me to take, then I don't believe that they need me anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I know that sounds, petty or whatever, but, I've said my piece and now I just feel like I need to train, work out, and, I'm going to fight all of these guys are really good. I'm fighting the best guys in the world. So I know that's going to be, something that's a challenge that I'm going to have in the future. And I hope it's Ilya. I hope it's in November. I hope it's in Madison Square Garden. That's what I'm planning for. That's what I'm, trying to speak into existence. But again, you never know with the UFC, and I can only worry about what I can control, and that's how ready I'll be for my next fight. So I think I control what I can control. I mean, I think I've been the most consistent guy that's ever fought for this company.
Yeah.
The most exciting. I've stuck around. Unfortunately for them, I have fought for the belt 3 times, but I'm still here. I'm still in the top 5. I'm still competing with the best guys in the world.
So, Justin Gaethje, you all over the place. So, you're stating that, if they offer me the Paddy Pimblett fight, then maybe they don't need me anymore. You basically say you're not going to take it. But then, in the same breath, you go on to say about how, you're going to keep training. You can only control what you can control. And you're training to fight the best guys in the world. But you're hoping for the Ilya Tuporia fight in November. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Are you going to fight or not? You do not deserve a title shot. You do not deserve a title shot. Actually, not only do you not deserve a title shot, let's go in and let's dive a little bit deeper into your UFC record. So let's get this out the way, Justin Gaethje. And again, I don't hate Justin Gaethje, but I do dislike him at times. I don't like his ways. And another thing about him is he can't dish what he takes out. So I am blocked on Instagram from Justin Gaethje. I'm blocked because a couple years ago when he fought Oliveira for the lightweight title, He was calling Oliveira a quitter. He was talking shit about Oliveira, calling Oliveira a quitter, saying he's going to find a way out, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. Well, we all know what happened. Oliveira knocked him down with a straight right and ended up submitting him. He choked Justin Gaethje the fuck out, and Justin Gaethje quit, which is ironic because he was the one calling Oliveira the quitter before they fought. Well, I go on Instagram and I say, who's the quitter now? You know, hey, I'm just throwing it out there. You called him a quitter. He made you quit. So because I said who's the quitter now, he could not dish out. He couldn't take what he dished out. He could not take what he dished out. And so therefore, he blocked me. But anywho, that's another story for another day. But yeah, fuck him. Whatever. Nothing against him. But hey, it is what it is. So that lets you know what type of guy he is right there. So, as I was saying, let's dive deeper into Justin Gaethje's record. Justin Gaethje has a 9-5 UFC record. It's not great. Actually, it's not great at all. But it's not bad. You are a above average UFC fighter. Well, get this. Justin Gaethje has gotten a title shot 3 times in his UFC career. Now, name me someone with that subpar of a record in these days and times who is blessed to get 3 title shots off a fucking 9-5 UFC record. Not to mention, when you first got into the promotion, you was undefeated and you came right in and went life or death with Michael Johnson. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Michael Johnson, UFC veteran. But dude, Michael Johnson record is like fucking 21-20. Like, what are we talking about? He's a 50-50 fighter, and you come in a promotion and you go life or death with this dude. Then, after going life or death with him, you proceed to lose your next 2 fights against Eddie Alvarez and Dustin Poirier, and they both finished your ass. Then you go on the weakest 4-fight winning streak I've ever fucking seen in my life. You beat James Vick. I mean, he was already a dead body. I mean, you can literally flick James Vick in the fucking jaw. I mean, and he's going to be knocked the fuck out. Who hasn't knocked out James Vick at this point? Then you fight Edson Barboza. Okay, you beat Edson Barboza. You KO him. It was a nice punch. But dude, Edson Barboza wasn't even irrelevant no more at that time. Before he fought you, Barboza lost 2 of his last 3 fights before even fighting you. And then after fighting you, he lost the next 5 of his 7. So not only did he look good prior to fighting you, he damn sure didn't look good after fighting you. And then you fought fucking Donald Cerrone. I mean, he was a dead body at that time. You fought Donald Cerrone. I mean, that 3-fight winning streak right there is just, that's nothing. That's shitty. That's not screaming elite. And then, like, again, padded record. That's a padded UFC record to me. Then you get a title shot off that 3-fight winning streak. That is the weakest 3-fight winning streak I've ever seen in my fucking life. And here you are getting an interim title shot against Tony Ferguson. Now, I will give you props for the Tony Ferguson fight. Because at that time, Tony Ferguson was like, what? He had won like his last, I don't know, 15 fights or some shit like that. You beat the shit out of Tony Ferguson. I will give you that. You beat the fuck out of Tony Ferguson. You beat him until he couldn't even fight no more and the ref had to stop it. I give you props for that. But then you go on and you fight Khabib, and Khabib toyed with you. I mean, he literally was about to knock you out on top of you, ground and pounding, and literally decide, I don't want to knock him out. Let me submit him. And then he submitted you, and you still went to sleep, right? Then after that, you fought a Michael Chandler. You fought Michael Chandler after that. Mind you, you didn't fight for over a year after that Khabib fight. You didn't fight for over a fucking year. You beat Michael Chandler in a unanimous decision. At this point, I like Michael Chandler, but who hasn't beat Michael Chandler these days? And you get a title shot off beating Michael Chandler off a 1-fight winning streak. Beating Michael Chandler in a unanimous decision. You go on, hey, and I might add, Michael Chandler almost knocked your ass out. I mean, Michael Chandler had Justin Gaethje knocked out on his feet a couple times in that first round. And Justin Gaethje battled back and he won the last 2 rounds. But then you, again, 1-fight win streak, and you fight Charles Oliveira at UFC 274 where you got knocked the fuck down, as I was speaking of earlier, and he submitted you. You quit again. You quit. So that's 3 fucking title fights right there. An interim title fight that you didn't even fucking deserve, in all honesty. Then you fought Khabib to unify. Terrible performance. You gassed out in the first round, got choked the fuck out in the second round. Then you fought Charles Oliveira for the title off a 1-fight winning streak and got choked the fuck out and quit. Then you go on to beat Fiziev in a majority decision. That was a solid win. The Dustin Poirier head kick for the BMF title, that was your best win. That's the best win of your UFC career. That is by far the best win of your UFC career. You beat Dustin Poirier. You head kicked him. It was an anomaly in my opinion. Dustin Poirier was still the better fighter than you. But you won. You got it done. Props to you. But then UFC 300, you fight Max Holloway. You put your BMF title on the line. And you got absolutely beat the fuck up. I mean, we talking about a Max Holloway that moved up from 145 from 145 after getting, listen, this is a Max Holloway literally coming from 145. If I'm not mistaken, let me look and see who did Max Holloway last fight before fighting Justin Gaethje. I mean, he KO'd the Korean Zombie, I believe. And then he moved up to fight you. He moved up to fight you in like a couple of months, moved up a whole nother weight class and destroyed you. I mean, beat the fuck out of you. And then you come back about a year later and you go life or death, a unanimous decision with Rafael Fiziev, who coming off a catastrophic ACL injury, who hadn't fought in over a year and took the fight against you on short notice. And you squeak out a unanimous decision and you think somehow that warrants a title shot? You think that warrants a title shot? Get the fuck out of here. You've had title shots you didn't even fucking deserve already. Now you go on a 1-fight win streak against a guy that was out for over a year off an ACL injury and then came back on short notice to fight you. And you think you deserve it. Like the entitlement, bro. Sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, wait for Dana White to call you, and then he's gonna feed you to whoever the fuck he decide. Whether it's a Patty Pimblett. I mean, you need to be fighting the likes of like Benoit Saint Denis. You need to be fighting motherfucking Beneil Dariush. You need to be fighting guys like that. That's what you really need to be. That's who you really need to be fighting. Sitting here demanding title shots and shit, bro. You don't deserve one. Armin deserves it over you. Patty deserves it over you. Charles Oliveira earned it over you. You don't have no claim. You don't have no claim. And again, that's the entitlement. He's also mentioned in the past, oh, well, I knocked out Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier fought one time and he got a title shot. Well, you know what? You fought one time, you won one fight, and you got a title shot already. When you beat Michael Chandler off that poor performance you had against Khabib, and then you went right back into a fucking another title fight with Charles Oliveira in which you quit. Quitter. I mean, Dustin Poirier was written off. I mean, and he fought a killer, a up and coming killer in Benoit Saint Denis, and he faced adversity in that fight and knocked Benoit Saint Denis the fuck out. Dustin Poirier deserved that title shot against Islam Makhachev. He deserved it because there was no rightful contender at that time, and Dustin Poirier made waves, made headlines by doing what he did to an up-and-coming star. I mean, Dustin Poirier almost derailed Benoit Saint Denis at this point. Benoit Saint Denis ain't even looked the same since fighting Dustin Poirier, since Poirier knocked him out. You're not fighting up-and-coming contenders. You want to fight guys, older guys around your same age who's been in the fight game a long time, and you want to beat those guys, and then you want to claim for a title shot. Or you beating guys coming off injury who you've already beat. Come on, bro. So you do not deserve a title shot. In my opinion, Justin Gaethje and Dan Hooker, that need to be the move. And Justin Gaethje know he's done. That's why he's fighting for a title shot so bad. He wants to catch lightning in the bottle for one fight and get a belt wrapped around your waist. No, you've had 3 fucking chances of that. You had 3 chances of that. You got the interim against Tony Ferguson. Props. But then you bottled it against Khabib and you bottled it against Charles Oliveira. You quit both times. So, listen, at the end of the day, man, UFC needs to do it right, and they need to either have Patty fighting for the belt or Armin, who is the number 1 contender, and set Justin Gaethje up with either a Patty fight or a Dan Hooker. And if you don't like it, peace, bro. The lightweight division, the UFC does not need you. You've had some exciting fights. You gave us a solid career. You're an exciting fighter. You gave us a 9-5 record. It is what it is, bro. But the entitlement shit, if you was to fight Dan Hooker and beat him in impressive fashion, or if you was to fight a Patty Pimblett, and I don't even care how you beat Patty, but if you beat him, I will give Gaethje that title shot. But you're not even doing that. You're sitting here running around like you're entitled to a title shot, like you've earned a title shot, and you have not. And again, this is coming from a guy who's already had title shots he necessarily didn't even deserve. And now let's just address the elephant in the room. Nobody wants to see Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. Ilia Topuria will separate Justin Gaethje from every fucking consciousness he got in his fucking body. That fight would not take long. We already know the results. Real fight fans know what happened in that fight. Nobody wants to see that shit. It'll be a butchering. He would get Gaethje out the way faster than you could fucking blink. Nobody wants to see that. Ilia Topuria would do bad fucking things to Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje got little to no chance against Ilia Topuria. So, again, man, that's my take on it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. This is Corey Mack with Max Show MMA. Again, with another banger. I'll be back again with more videos. Stay tuned. Peace.